So you have elemental warriors that live within the planet, the celestials, ones activated because it's in game, because the Kundalini energy is rising, man. You see what I'm saying? These people cut all our trees down, took the land, slaughtered everybody, put spells on us, had us killing ourselves and killing each other. That's what we coming up out of now, them spells. You see what I'm saying? We starting to unify again, right? We getting back to right. So while all that's going on, this war taking place, yes, they getting their ass kicked. So because they getting their ass kicked, guess what happened? Now they start arguing amongst each other. Now they think they smart. Okay, well, we're gonna use our argument in discord amongst each other as a face card to make them think that it's a war of Ukraine versus Russia. This shit coming down, but we can't let them know that. So we're gonna make them think it's Russia versus Ukraine. And then we're gonna put out all our crisis actors to stage it, to make it like it's really Russia versus Ukraine, when it's really Europe. All right, and who run Europe? The oppressors. Who runs Europe? The oppressors. What is the land of Europe spiritually? What does it represent? The dead part of the land. Remember when they landed here, right? We strengthened them. We taught them how to walk, talk, right? We got them out the Caucasus. The original 13 families. Now the Pleiadians wasn't never in no cave state. They were already an advanced extraterrestrial race. I'm talking about the hierarchy human beings, right? That's doing the work of the reptilians and the Pleiadians to set up the social engineering the way that they did to where the world is fucked up like it is today, right? So let's look at the hierarchy of human beings. The Pleiadians and the reptilians can have their interests, but the hierarchy of human beings, they are treason. That's treason because this our land, and they literally turned against us and helped these motherfuckers take our shit, right? That's what they did, right? Just how we get to where we at today. So when you look at what Europe represents anciently, that was always the dead part of the land. Like even when we went to civilize them, and we started teaching them how to walk upright and had a whole conversations, you feel me? When they was in the Caucasus, they was sleeping with their animals. You get what I'm saying? They didn't have there wasn't no pipes. It wasn't no bathroom system set up. It wasn't no agricultural taking place. It was none of that. We taught them we taught them how to farm. We taught them all of that, right? We was teaching them that. But then this is before they fully kicked off the war with us, right? Even before the war got kicked off, we was already starting to cast them to the dead part of the land because we found them in the Caucasus, right? We got them out the Caucasus Mountains. So when we got these beings out the Caucasus Mountains, we being we didn't know who the fuck they were and what they were. We had never seen, because when Satan was here, he was trying to create them and he never got to do that. That was the war in heaven. We whipped Satan, Zeus' ass, right? Right here on this planet. He never got to create that. So we never seen them. So when we did see them, it was like, oh, these are the creations that Zeus did. These are the creations that Zeus did. So understanding that, we like, okay, we could see where the animal DNA was placed at. So even though we went to reverse engineer, we started the process of reverse engineering their genetics. Right? I always tell the same story because it's the truth. It's the esoteric history. When we went to we keep forgetting it. You gotta apply it to everything that's going on. It matters. When we went to reverse engineer their genetics, to this day, some of them still grow tails, a fourth of them. Some of them still got hair that'll go everywhere, all over their face, everywhere. Facts to this day. We never got to the point to weed out the need to feed a flesh. You see what I'm saying? We didn't eat no flesh before these beings hijacked our planet. We never ate flesh. We never ate flesh. You see what I'm saying? And we didn't get to that point of the science in the science experiment to where we was manipulating the genetics. We didn't get to remove those genetics. So when we were still trying to teach them, a lot of them was still turning on us. You know what I'm saying? Moving wild like barbarians. You got to remember, they got kicked off their own planet at first by Zeus himself, Satan. These human beings. When they was on Nern, they was so radical because there was a science experiment gone bad. They were so fucking radical that they even turned on him at a point and got kicked off their home planet of Nern and got cast out to Egypt. When they telling you the story in the Bible of Moses going to Egypt saying, let my people go, they not talking about Egypt in the Middle East. Because there was no Egypt in the Middle East. This was all Atlantis. Egypt is the name of a planet. Egypt is an actual planet. See what I'm saying? We talking esoterics, man. This is the University of Cosmic Intelligence. We gonna give you the real cosmic facts of your history. Not the watered down European version of your history. And when you come here trying to argue with me, you're arguing a European version of your history against esoteric facts. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? You're not really moving from a spiritual eye. You're moving from a physical point of view, viewing yourself as a human being still. You see what I'm saying? These beings already are, and it's in a breed to be like that. So when they came here and they eventually started turning on us, we was already casting some of them to Europe. We are ancestors. We are the ones who named that part of the land Europe. Nothing grows in Europe. That is the dead part of the land. Remember in Lion King when Simba, when Mustafa was showing Simba the whole land and he told him that dark spot over there, he said, hey, that dark spot with a shadow at, don't go there. That's the dead part of the land. That's how it was here. Like we still had that little dark spot, and that was Europe. Nothing grew right there. It was nothing there. It was just, but nothing really grew there. It's not fertile. It's not alive. The land is not alive. Literally, like it's like the asshole of the planet. Europe is like the asshole of the whole realm. You got to get what I'm saying. Like you know, like you got you, and then your asshole is really like the end of you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you got some legs there, but really it's the end of you. Your the eternal you organs and all of that type shit. You feel me? So Europe, that's what Europe was. You feel me? It's the dead part of the land. Even to this day, ain't no major farming and that shit taking place in Europe. But they got all the buildings, Sicily, Italy, Florence, Paris, all that. They put all that there. The top designers, top wine distilleries, everything seems to come from Europe for it to be considered wealth. Right? Because they run the world. They took our shit. So, of course, they're going to make their shit seem like it's popping. Right now. We feel like we look flyer in a mirror than we do if we put on our own shit. Yes, we do. That's how niggas be feeling. You know what I'm saying? Then if you can't go get by no designer, you just be jealous of the next motherfucker, so you would say something about it. But in reality, they've already put that spell over us to make us feel like we need the best of everything. You know what I'm saying? I'm just pointing it out. They make us feel like that. Then when you look at what's considered the best of everything, what we be considering wealth, it got all their names on it. You know what I'm saying? Well, oh, this come from Paris. This come from here. This come from here. You know what I'm saying? Even with grocery stores, you feel like, oh, I'm going to go to Whole Foods because they have fresher fruit, right? So you still, and who own Whole Foods, start looking behind who own these companies. You feel me? It's the same individual. So you got to understand what Europe represents spiritually is already the dead part of the land. They never left Europe because we told them this is your rope. This is your rope. That's why it's called Europe. This is your rope. You cannot cross these boundaries. So like the leaders of the original 13 families, they still are entrapped in Europe. Now they got like clones and Mach 5 synthetic robots, and they got like humans they can use to go do their work for them to go outside of Europe. But the main leaders are still cast and stuck in Europe. They can't go nowhere. That's why even with the royal family, their ass was always really in Europe. And then you seen them being of a reptilian breed, they'll pop out of Europe a little more and go somewhere else, but they mostly be in Europe. They gonna stay where they at damn near. You know what I'm saying? They running the whole world from right there. You feel me? So you gotta understand what's going on over right there is war in Europe. Don't even get caught up in like who it's supposed to be, Russia versus Ukraine or any of that. Look at it like it's war in Europe, which is where all the world powers at. You know what I'm saying? The UK, United Kingdom, all that what they call political powers that be, all that still come from Europe. Remember